What's up, board game people? I wish I could say this was a nice and calm month for crowdfunding, but that would be a lie. And what fun would that be anyways? This month has several huge projects kicking off, and a few relaunching or reprinting. As we're entering convention season, I wouldn't expect this to slow down anytime soon. Let's take a look. Before we begin, I'd like to offer a huge thank you to all of my Patreon members. So many new faces have joined our ranks and are helping to get some new equipment for the channel. Welcome to the community, everyone, and thank you so much for your support. Now let's get going. One of the heavy hitters this month will be Stalker from Awakened Realms, launching on Gamefound. Stalker hails from the video game world, but should make an excellent transition to tabletop. Stalkers are brave explorers or merciless treasure hunters, depending on who you ask. Regardless, everyone has their unique story and a reason for venturing into the zone. What will be yours? The minis for this campaign seem to be some of Awakened Realms' best, and this is promising some one-off scenarios that are often missing from other AR games. The core game includes 3 campaigns spanning several sessions each, expected to take around 12 hours of gameplay. The question is, can they capture the mood, atmosphere, and the sense of foreboding dread that comes with survival in the zone, twisted to the point of madness? If the preview page is any indication, they can and have. Stalker launches on Gamefound on June 13th. Let's get to my sleeper pick for the month. Phantom Epoch is a sci-fi crawler with a good dose of tactical combat and role-playing rolled into a 40-mission campaign, where you and your team of heroes are thrust into a mission to stop an encroaching threat to your galaxy. Interstellar travel has been lost to time, and while primitive peoples war over the ancient technologies that they barely understand, you've been given control of one of the last remaining starships and tasked with discovering the true nature of your enemy and stopping them. Choices matter. The scenarios demand a wide range of playstyles and allow for many paths to victory. The game is both challenging and rewarding. This is a passion project of a small indie company worth being brought to life, and I absolutely recommend checking this one out. Phantom Epoch will be relaunching on Kickstarter on June 13th. Ready for another big one? Gloomhaven is returning to crowdfunding with a menagerie of different offerings sure to catch some eyes. First up, the new Gloomhaven RPG will be offered. This has been a long time in the making for Cephalofair, and I know many are very excited about it, so the time has finally come to get your hands on it. Next up, they'll be offering the miniatures of Gloomhaven. This set of miniatures covers all the titles in the Gloomhaven line, including Gloomhaven, Forgotten Circles, Jaws of the Lion, and Frosthaven. The full set will net you over 500 miniatures. If you need a small army of plastic to fully flesh out your Gloomhaven experience, this is the campaign for you. Finally, in a surprise last-minute announcement, they've announced that they'll be offering Gloomhaven 2.0 during this project. This is a fully updated version of the original Gloomhaven game, offering upgrades, additions, and iterations using all the knowledge they've amassed since the first edition way back in the day. Get your wallets ready. This beast launches on Bakerkit on June 20th. A blast from the past is seeing a new day rise over on Gamefound. Firefly the game is getting a 10th anniversary collector's edition. This massive collection will net you the original game and every expansion they've made. This has been a set of hard to find items for quite some time, so for those of you who have been on the hunt, the time has never been better. This set includes Blue Sun, Kalidasa, Crime and Punishment, Pirates and Bounty Hunters, Breaking Atmo, Jetwash, Esmeralda, and Artful Dodger. It packs over 1,000 cards, more tokens than you could hold in 2 hands, and a shiny new expansion still flying. They've also snuck in every promo card ever made. So in short, if you love Firefly and you want the game with the mostest, this is your chance. It goes live on Gamefound on the very busy June 13th. Extra, read all about it. The mob is officially offering Gamefound a change of management. In Chicago, what Capone wants, Capone gets. And right now he wants some more of Scarface 1920. Scarface is returning to Gamefound with both a reprint and a big expansion. Chicago in the 1920s. Prohibition has made the liquor business illegal, and criminal gangs now operate the underworld, trying to take control of the city. Blood, influence, power, and money add up to a dangerous mix, and you must seize them all for your gang to become the king of the city in this area control and worker placement game. The new expansion, Bloody Business, turns the action up to 11, increasing the game's narrative power, flow, and pace in an all-out battle royale for control. New gangs and perhaps more will be accompanying it when it launches on Gamefound on June 21st. Eldfall Chronicles is twisting into a slightly new genre and taking a swing at the dungeon crawler with their latest project, Eldfall Chronicles Northern Wind. Northern Wind will make use of their excellent tabletop skirmish mechanics to bring players on a spine-chilling adventure to decide the fate of a whole empire. 4 courageous but unlucky heroes will embark on an arduous journey on the blighted Mount Biodo. They'll be adding new characters and enemies to their already fantastic portfolio of miniatures. The game features fast-paced tactical combat, tile-based movement combined with quests, challenges, dungeons, branching stories, and leveling to offer dozens of hours of content. I, for one, can't wait to see what they've come up with. Eldfall Chronicles Northern Wind launches on Kickstarter on June 20th. I like to feature a little something different when I can, and when something catches my eye. This month, that is Witchcraft by Salt and Pepper Games. Witchcraft is a challenging, fast-paced, card-driven solo game where you lead a coven of witches in a fantasy world where magic is real and so are the monsters. You'll have to decide when to use magic to overcome challenges, but you risk revealing yourself to the villagers and being imprisoned for witchcraft. The more challenges you complete, the more good you can do with your magic, and the closer you'll be to convincing the villagers and ultimately the jurors that magic isn't the evil they believe it to be. Every game ends in a trial, so make your case long before they build the stake to burn you on. Witchcraft is coming to Gamefound on June 8th. Tanares Adventures heads back to Kickstarter this month with Tanares Ultimate Edition. This Ultimate Edition project is offering a reprint of the game and some rearranged gamebooks that offer slightly less flipping back and forth to play the game. The first thing you'll see is the Day 1 free Silver Dragon miniature that they're offering to backers. This miniature is outstanding, as are all the miniatures for the game. This project offers Arena and Tanares combined in a single Ultimate Edition box, and they have a few other larger packages that combine the Ultimate Edition, many of the dragons, expansions, and stretch goals into a giant 2 super box storage solution. For returning backers, they're offering a $35 upgrade pack that offers all the updates and upgrades in print. And they may be potentially offering a digital download for the books for those not wanting to pay more for the print versions. Tanares Ultimate Edition goes live on Kickstarter on June 27th. Finally, let's end with a tabletop adjacent project. I love bringing these up when I think there's something others might find useful, and this one's pretty good. Grimrack Games, of Gatefall Monsters fame, is bringing to Gamefound the Grimrack.Paint modular paint station. This paint station is completely customizable and reconfigurable and built out of 2020 aluminum extrusions with laser cut modules. The sheer volume of storage is staggering and organization of the system is near limitless. This thing can hold hobby supplies, miniatures, paints, even games. I personally invested in another paint station solution about a year ago, but after seeing the tower setup for Grimrack, I'm seriously considering expanding my setup with a full stack tower to hold all the new paints and tools I've been buying. This is definitely worth a look if you're in the market. Grimrack.Paint launches on Gamefound on June 13th. So let's leave it at that. As always, if I missed something you think should be on the list or that I should take a look at, I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. I'm just a single person crawling the web, and it's pretty easy to miss projects these days. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell to help the channel grow. We'd love to have you as a part of our gaming community. Thank you to everyone watching, commenting, and supporting the channel on Patreon. I'll be back in a bit with some news and the Phantom Epoch how to play video. Have a great weekend, and don't play too much Diablo.